Welcome to our place. So we've been in Canada now for the last 3 years, actually with the military. So I've been in the military for the last 12 years, and sadly I've decided to leave. Obviously, when we first moved to Canada, we did the same as what we did in Germany. You look around sort of thing and you start looking at what life would be like if you were going to live in that country. So we spent the last 3 years going crazy trips all round. We drove through America and all the rest of it. And obviously it's a pipe dream that we were going to eventually move and live here. And with much discussion over the last 3 years, we decided actually we're just going to go for it. We're going to leave the army and we're going to move to Canada. Now, by no means is this easy. Anyone that says that this is easy, it's not. For a few reasons. The main reason being is education. Now, if you have a degree, then you're probably going to be fine. You'll walk through it. Now, me and Holly don't have a degree. So that's where it gets complicated. You can come out on a working visa. You can enjoy your time here for a few years and then sadly have to leave, or you just keep getting your working visa extended, and then one day the government will just say you can no longer get another working visa. So you need to get PR. And for PR, you need points. And to get points, you need to have a degree, basically. From what I've learned, anyway. So like I said, so we're currently on visas. Holly's on a learning visa. I'm on a working visa. And that complicates things that you wouldn't even think about. For example, like buying a house. So we decided to leave the military. And the only reason I know we can do this, and she's going to hate me for saying this, is the fact that Holly is actually my rock. She's the reason I know we can pull this off. She's the one that motivates me and convinces me that what we're doing is right. It's a crazy time. Honestly, it is a crazy, crazy time. Due to the fact that we've turned our lives completely upside down. Like I said, Holly's now having to learn. So then eventually we'll have the right amount of points to get PR. So then the next thing was, can we get a house on a working visa? Again, this is another complicated task. Many sleepless nights and talking to all sorts of different banks and stuff like that. And eventually we found a nice banker that understood our situation and sorted us out with a mortgage. Now, the next thing being is you're restricted. So obviously, if you have enough money to buy stuff outright, that's completely fine. But if you need a mortgage, then that's where it gets complicated, because we're on a working visa. So the way the banks look at it is we could get pulled out of the country at any point, which is completely understandable because we literally could. Let's say, for example, Holly doesn't end up completing her degree, then that means that we won't have the points for PR. So eventually, obviously, we'd have to move back to the UK. So this has been a struggle. We've managed to do it. Actually, we found a banker that understood the situation, and we were allowed to borrow up to 250,000. So that being said, we then were looking around at houses that were worth 250,000, and in Canada you can buy a nice house for 250,000 compared to the UK at least. And when I say 250,000, I mean Canadian, not UK pounds. So we were looking around, and then it sort of hit me over the last few months sort of thing, that my parents, when I was growing up, didn't have a lot of money. And my dad used to do all the renovations and stuff like that around the house, which I'm sure a lot of parents did back in the day sort of thing. And I sort of feel that me and Holly would be able to buy a house and completely renovate it, which again is crazy. It's a crazy thing to go, right, we're going to buy a house in a foreign country, and then we're going to buy a house that we can't even live in yet, when we've got until the 12th of December to sort all this house out for it ready for us to be moved in. So like I said, this is a place of first. So this is the first time we've ever used YouTube. We've ever created our own YouTube channel. It's the first time I've actually used a GoPro, even though I've had one for years. So I'm very much one of them people that just buys something because it's a new flash thing out and then puts it to one side. So now I'm actually using a GoPro for, I hope, what it's intended for. And like I said, first time being a civilian, due to the fact that I've been in the military for 12 years, like I said before, we're now in a foreign country and we bought the house. Now the pressure is on. So I feel like I convinced or coerced Holly into buying a house that needed renovating. Obviously, she needs to concentrate on the learning, and I feel like at this point that I've dragged her into this crazy world where I still haven't got a job, and we've got a house that we can't technically live in yet. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure. But again, like I said before, the reason I know we can do this is because Holly's amazing. And that might sound crazy, but honestly, it's the truth. So the question being is, have we made the right decision? I don't know. All we can do is try our best with it all. Everything we can do ourselves, we're going to do ourselves, and obviously everything's going to be on a budget. So like I said, I invite you on this journey and we'll see where it goes. Lockdown day 100, or so it seems. So I've had to fly back to the UK to sort out all our storage and stuff from the military, and we decided that we're going to send our stuff out to Canada. What does this mean? That means that I flew back and was locked down for 14 days. If you fly back, lock yourself down, or isolation, then you can fly back before the 14-day period, which I didn't know. So, little tip. If you're flying back and then you're going back to the country of origin, then you can fly back at any point. I didn't know that. I just thought it was 14 days, no matter what the situation was. I didn't find that out until like day 6, 7, and I flew back. So like I said, I was in the UK for 10 days, sorting out all the storage and everything. So we've got rid of all the stuff in the UK that we didn't want, and then we've paid for a company to ship out our stuff. The next thing being, due to COVID, the shipping company aren't actually sure how long it's going to take. It's probably going to take about 9 months, which is a long time. So if you guys are thinking about moving out to Canada, for example, you need to factor this in. So if there's stuff in that storage that you need, you won't get it. It will feel like forever. So it's already starting to feel like forever. Obviously, we're going to move. When we move into the house, we're probably going to have to use garden furniture or something like that until our furniture will eventually arrive. The next thing being is I'm now back in Canada, finally, happy to be back. But sadly, I'm still in lockdown again this side for another 14 days. So I'm towards the end of that now. It's been killing me due to the fact that what I didn't want to happen is happening. Holly's had to go to the house, sorting out the house in between her schooling. So she's been sorting out the roofing. So when we first bought the house, we knew there was a few things that we had to get done before the winter hits. The winter's already hitting and we're running out of time. So she's there getting the roof installed. Like I said to you before, I wanted to do the roof. Genuinely, I wanted to give it a go. The drama being is it's already starting to get cold. If I mess it up, because it's not summer. If it was summer, I would do it, see what standard it was at, and then obviously go from there. And then we decided to opt against that. We've actually paid someone to come and do it. So the good thing is they're doing it, so then we don't have to do it. We don't have to waste our time on it because time is running out. Like I said before, we got until the 14th of December. The second thing being is it also comes with a warranty. So if you're doing it yourself, you don't get a warranty. So I think it is one of those things that will be worth it in the end. And like I said, Holly's been overseeing it all. So we'll see what she's been getting up to.
First day of owning the house and the roof is coming off. Doing a coffee run for the boys, doing an awesome job on the roof. Done for today, back tomorrow.
So, the roofing's done, which is one of the main steps of obviously making sure that the house hasn't got any holes in the roof and whatnot, because it was old roofing, and they did this across 2 days. They were actually really nice guys and they were really helpful and everything, and they've done an amazing job. It's a shame that the siding doesn't look as new now as the roof does, but we will get the siding done, but we'll probably get that done in the summer. We're still debating whether or not we're going to do that ourselves. Hopefully, by the time it hits summer, we'll have loads of time and probably attempt to do it ourselves. So that now means we need to move on to the front of the house. So the steps coming down the house and the bit on the side, I don't know if you've noticed, they're like bare wood. So the drama with that is it gets down to like -40 here. So if we leave it as bare wood, then it's going to wreck the wood itself. We did get advised not to paint the wood yet, or stain the wood yet, and treat it, due to the fact that it's already below 10 degrees. Now most paint manufacturers actually suggest it being 10 degrees or above, and obviously when we went to Home Depot they also stressed that this isn't going to last very long. However, we're still going to paint it due to the fact that there's nothing on it whatsoever, so anything we look at it that anything is better than nothing. Who knows? So yeah, let's get to it. So we just finally finished painting the house. We painted the steps and the foundation in black, which complements the roof. And it's crazy just how adding a bit of paint changes the complete overall look of the house and adds the curb appeal factor. Obviously to a lot of people, just by adding paint, you're not really changing much. But for me it's more than that. For me, it's to start with Holly, and it's the first part of the project we've done together, which was making me excited and making me look forward to the future and seeing where this project takes us.